Phil, what did y'all see there that you can fix and that he was just this close on it at Kansas State?
Yeah, no, there were a handful of throws that were there, or in that category of, gosh, you're an inch or two off. Those are encouraging. Some others were more off than that. To be honest with you, I think it's all fixable. There's no glaring issue. There's no mechanical issue. I think part of it, first game back. I think part of it, a little excited early and overthrew a couple, and then there were a couple that he got a little wide with his base and missed on. So nothing that there weren't any throws on there that I saw that aren't correctable. And then to Nick's credit, very self-aware and happy with the win, but frustrated that we know that that's not quite up to standard from a passing standpoint.
Does it help to have a game like that to look at and kind of have that film to see what's off?
Without a doubt. We've talked several times about fall camp and where he was and where he had progressed as a passer. I think there were some moments that you look back and say, hey, that's his first game action since last November. As much as you try to teach and prepare that, the speed of the game is just different. Everything happens faster, and you got to get yourself ready for that. There's nothing like a game, especially on the road, a Power 5 opponent. And so I think it'll be good tape. I think it'll be good experience for him to draw, to fall back on. And that was his game one. And as I mentioned last week, going from game one to game two is when you generally see big improvements. And so that's certainly the goal this week.
What did he do well in the passing game that you saw?
I thought decision making, save one decision. I thought decision making he was excellent, and as Keaton was week one, I give these guys a ton of credit for how they have digested not only this offense, but then it's a whole different deal when you get into game week. It's not the whole playbook, it's less plays, but it's also learning a new defense each and every week. So I think both weeks, from a decision-making standpoint, where we were going with the ball and when, I've been pleased with that. We gotta deliver it, more consistently.
From a rushing standpoint, 19 carries. Coming into the game, was that part of the game plan, or was there an adjustment made when you realized Kansas State was having trouble stopping that?
Yeah, no, I think the plan was to run him. We've said several times, I've heard Coach say 10 to 15 design carries a game, and then you pick up a couple more with some, scrambles, stepping up in the pocket. So, the number 19 wasn't a shock to us. Neither was 159 yards. Well documented what he's been able to do throughout his career with the ball in his hand as a ball carrier, and know that he'll continue to be productive that way.
When you say the decision-making was there, so you combine that with experience and talent, that's why you think everything's fixable.
Correct.
If you're making the right decisions.
Correct. And knowing the ability that he has to physically throw the football, I am confident that the issues are correctable, and many have already been corrected.
If everything goes right this week in terms of the game itself, this is a week that Jalen Mayden could see the field?
I haven't talked about that. I'm getting Nick ready to be the starter and Keaton ready, because he's always one snap away. So, that's not part of my mindset right now.